Sego, Wachia, Tanizi, Ihi, Bozo, Bonjour, hello. Today I wanted to take some time to prepare a short video for you on information concerning the Socio-vocational Integration Program, or the SVI. The SVI is a very versatile program and can serve Indigenous communities very well. Because of the fact that it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of program, and that it answers directly or can answer directly to the employment needs in the communities, it allows for a lot of creativity and development that is specific to the learners as well as the centers and the communities. The Socio-vocational Integration Program, or the SVI, was developed within the pedagogical renewal and comes under the line of the Common Core Basic Education, or the CCBE. It is different in the fact that it is a competency-based learning approach that is used to allow the learners to develop skills and acquire knowledge that will provide them with a better opportunity to search for jobs and to be successful in that. But equally as important is that they are successful in being able to retain the employment. So this SVI program, designed specifically for them, allows them to pursue their goals and to engage in very concrete and active learning that suits their needs and interests. And for us as mentors and teachers, the beauty is that we get to know our learners in a more intense fashion, so that if we wish to then refer them out to another educational institution or training institution, we can do so with a bit more confidence. So who is the SVI program designed for? It's designed for all types of learners. In there you will have learners who may have already acquired a diploma, as well as those who quit school somewhere along the journey that they were taking, their educational journey. It can also be for people who have a lot of job experience, or those who have none. It can be for those who left the job market for whatever reason, to start a family because of physical reasons, or because they were incarcerated and are returning to the community. It's also designed for people who want to get onto the job market quickly, or those who want to take a little bit more time and explore their options. It's also designed for those who already have a certificate in semi-skill from the Ministry of Education. They may be returning to us because they need more skills in actually being able to be more effective in finding employment. Within the courses of the SVI program, the learner is encouraged to develop a lot more self-knowledge so that they are able to devise their own learning and training journey, but one that's doable and one that's realistic. It also allows them to develop the aptitudes that they will need in order to be able to retain a job. Finally, it will allow them to carry out a more effective plan for a job search with the ability to target specific areas of employment and specific employers, whether they are from the community, the surrounding areas or communities, or even more globally. This is not a one-size-fits-all type of program. It is actually built with the student in mind, and with the student actively making choices for themselves. So essentially, we help the student, so us as teachers and mentors help the student discover themselves, their interests, as well as the realistic factors that could either help or impede their process through the program and placements. The student needs to remain central in all of this. It is their choice. We present them with the information. We encourage them to look at themselves realistically so that they can make more or better informed choices in terms of courses, in terms of placement, and in terms also of the duration of the program, whether it's a part-time attendance or a full-time attendance, so that their needs are always maintained as central to the development of the program for them. The program focuses on 4 dimensions of employability. 1, career decision-making. 2, employment integration and maintenance. 3, skills and competencies. And finally, 4, job search. The idea is that if we can get our learners to become competent and autonomous in these 4 areas or 4 dimensions of employability, they will be able to take that autonomy and confidence when they are searching for employment, and hopefully in being able to maintain that employment once they have been hired. Because this is an a la carte kind of programming, not all learners will have to go through all 4 dimensions of employability. Let's say, for example, we have a learner who already has a degree in welding and wants to stay in that area of work. Well, for them, the career and decision-making dimension is not necessary. They can then focus on the other 3 dimensions of employability. But often our learners come to our centers because they are feeling kind of lost and have no idea as to what area of work they may want to pursue. So for them, it's really important that we provide them with sufficient time for self-exploration and that they be mentored through all 4 dimensions of employability so that they get to know themselves and their interests, so that they can realistically look at themselves and choose how they would like to change some elements in order to be able to develop a better understanding not only of themselves, but how they learn. And in doing so can then develop more consciousness of skills and capabilities or competencies that they need to acquire before going on to the next stage or to look at the idea of developing on-the-job experience. Under the dimension of integration of employment and maintenance, you have courses available to the students that allow them to develop better communication skills and better attitudes. You will find courses such as time management, reconciling work and personal life, conflict management, communication strategies, as well as taking initiative on the workforce. This component of the program and the training is important for them to be able to identify what their strengths are, as well as areas that they need to improve on based on past experiences. Hopefully, they will develop better attitudes towards communication with colleagues and superiors, and how to take criticism better, as well as how to deal with conflict and control their emotions so that they are able to actually stay employed and become and maintain themselves as a valuable employee to whatever company or business within the community. Under the skills and qualification dimension, there are a series of courses available to accommodate stages or placement on the job. It's recommended that at least 50% of the time within stage is carried out in an organization, business, or an enterprise, away from the actual training center. These stages are there to help the learner develop techniques and method of work in the area of work that they've already chosen. And so it is very appropriate for them. These courses range between 100 and 125 hours and can be done successively as they work through the program to arrive at a total number of placement hours decided at the moment that we sign the contract with our partners, partner businesses or enterprises in the community. The final dimension is job search. These courses are directed towards the learner and to help them develop better ways of searching for jobs, looking for availabilities, what is of need within the local area as well as the more extensive area or surrounding area. It also will bring them to understand the difference between visible employment and invisible employment. There are many options that are available not only within our communities, but in the surrounding areas. It would help them to identify as well specific jobs that are more appealing, as well as specific employers who are hiring at this given time or may be hiring in the very near future. So these strategies that they will develop, including things like preparing for job interviews, such as preparing their CVs, preparing their letters of presentation or intentions, as well as how to follow up once they've applied for jobs. All of these skills come to help them in order to be more effective in finding a job, but also knowing what it is that employers will require from them, what their expectations are. So in summary, the SVI program is a wonderful tool for us to be able to use in our communities and in the centers. It provides us with an opportunity to respond directly to the needs of our learners in terms of employability, but also the ability for us to answer the need for employment or specific employees within our communities, in the hopes that we actually increase employment rates within Indigenous communities overall. If you need more information on the SVI program or would like to have some assistance in building your SVI programs, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at the TREAQ, the équipe organisationnelle, and so the team that works on organization for la TREAQ. Niao, walalan, chinamushkmitin, nigwich, nakumik. Merci, thank you.